Good morning, everyone. I got a little bit of a thing going on in my throat today. If I have to cough a little bit, that might be something that's going to happen. I had to get my coffee ready this morning. Let me just turn this off real quick. Yep, there we go. Turn the volume down on the YouTube channel. Just checking it out. So, I'm just going to be on here for a few minutes this morning talking about what's going on with NAB. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly what's going on, other than they said they are going to, everything is continuing. So we'll have to see if that holds true. One of the big announcements yesterday was this. AJA withdrawing from NAB 2020. Now, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Because obviously, AJA is one of the main, they've been a pretty big attendee at NAB for a long time. And they have pulled out of NAB. They're the first major vendor that I've seen that has pulled out of NAB. I know some smaller ones have pulled out, a few of them. Everybody's kind of a wait and see attitude. And that's the same with me. I have everything booked, but I can cancel without any issue. You know, I am on southwest.com, so they don't have you don't have any problem with them ever canceling the flight. You can postpone it. You get up to a year to use it later. So, AJ Video Systems withdrawing from NAB. It says, with the heavy heart that AJA is withdrawing from NAB 2020 and show in Las Vegas due to the risks from the coronavirus, we have made this decision out of an abundance of caution for the health and safety of our employees and partners worldwide. So that's what everybody is saying at this point. Of course, we've had other coronaviruses in the past. I don't think they had this effect on these kind of big events. NAB is 80,000, something like that. So that's one of the bigger events. I know we had another event that was canceled. Let me see what the other event was. This one. Adobe cancels Las Vegas conference amid coronavirus fears. So their event was, let me see what it says, annual summit taking place March 29th through April the 2nd, was expecting to bring about 22,000 guests to the Las Vegas Strip. 22,000 is a lot of people. Of course, Facebook canceled their event as well. Recently, theirs was for May, so everybody's canceling, and nobody's really sure of obviously everybody's doing it out of caution. So if NAB itself has not, let me see what their statement was. I have their statement as well. But their statement is, we got a comment from Lutz. It says, major conventions got canceled in Germany. See, they're getting canceled everywhere. So this is the latest from NAB, but notice it's dated February the 28th. They have not updated it since then. Proceeding as planned, April 18th to the 22nd at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Stay informed, be prepared. Or work with local partners in Las Vegas. Continue to work with partners. Safety provisions on site at NAB show. They're taking an abundance of precautions if it continues. So it not only affects the NAB show, but it also affects vendors who have products that were going to be announced at NAB. And I know AJA was going to announce some things, so they're going to do theirs online, I think, an online presentation. I think Adobe might be doing the exact same thing. So we don't know the full effect. We'll have to see if NAB actually gets canceled. Do you think it's going to get canceled? I'd say there's a chance. There's certainly a chance that it gets canceled, and then it's out of your hands. Whether you go or not doesn't make any difference. If it's not canceled, are you still going to go if you were planning on going? If it's not canceled. I guess we just got to pay it, just pay attention to what's going on for the next few days, few weeks. Like I said, I have my plans to go, but obviously if they cancel it, nobody will be going. I certainly will still consider going at this point because we've had other coronaviruses that didn't affect things this way. Part of the problem is, the media likes to hype these things sometimes to the point where it causes a lot of concern, unnecessary concern. I'm not saying that's the case here. I don't know what the case is. And I certainly will be following this myself. But I know sometimes things get blown out of proportion, so just going to play it by ear. What else is going on? Let me see what else is going on here. That's that one. Here's the Las Vegas one. The Adobe one cancels Las Vegas conference amid coronavirus fears. So that's a big deal, of course. All these are big deal, but we don't know for what's going to happen with NAB yet. NAB is going to make that decision. I think in the next couple of weeks they're going to have to, because people will have to change their plans. They'll have to cancel their airline if they can. Some places can't. I can. I'm on Southwest. I can change it as many times as I want without anything going on, without any penalty. You have a year, I believe. So who's going to NAB if they have NAB? Anybody out there? Anybody out there planning on going? Like I said, I'm planning on. I'm holding off on making final commitments. So even though I have a hotel reservation and I have airline reservations, both of those can be canceled without penalty. So we'll have to see. So something else I want to talk about as far as Final Cut news. So here's a if it continues, if they have it, and a Las Vegas Convention Center prepping against coronavirus, still scheduled to take place. I don't think they have any reported cases at Las Vegas yet. So they're taking increased cleaning protocols, added additional hand sanitizer stations, increased the outside air intake, reinforces standard employee health practices, blah, blah, blah. Those are all great things. I have to see if that... So it says Amazon has said that it's restricting all non-essential employee travel in the U.S. until the end of April. So Sony has recently warned investors that production of both image sensors and electronics could be affected enormously if the virus continues to spread. So it goes beyond, obviously, just NAB. It goes well beyond that. I know Apple has been up and down the last couple of days dramatically in their stock price because it affects since they have so much manufacturing in China. I think Italy, Iran, China are some of the main places that have been affected. So who all is planning on going to NAB? Anybody left? Maybe the attendance certainly will be hurt regardless if everything goes as it's expected to go, as normal. Let me see one more thing. So our friends over there at, let me see this. I didn't copy that one down. Let me go back to Twitter real quick. So we'll go here. So Arctic Whiteness, Final Cut Library Manager. Keep housekeeping for your libraries. They just celebrating their 6th year. So you can get 25% off from the 3rd of March, which is today, to the 6th of March, 2020. All your libraries in just one window with their associated caches, media folders, external files. So go to Arctic, ARCTIC, whiteness.com. 25% off. It's a good sale. I certainly recommend. This is one of the products that I recommend. This and Final Cut Pro. What is that other one I always talk about? Backups for Final Cut Pro. That's what it is. Always recommend those two. I've been using backups for Final Cut Pro for a long time. People have problems with their backups in Final Cut Pro. Quite a bit, I see problems. Now, here's the question. The question, how does this affect Final Cut Pro? 10.5. 10.5 is due in 2020. That's according to me. Let me see. Pull this up. So if you go to FCPRadio.com, I got a counter there for the age of Final Cut Pro 10.4. Right now it's 2 years, 2 months, 18 days. That's 26, almost 27 months old at this point, 10.4 is. So 10.5, as I say there, must be huge. They've had 27 months to work on 10.5. Now, the question is, when is 10.5 going to come out? I say 2020. I was expecting maybe something, announcement at NAB, but obviously that's unlikely to happen at this point, considering that this whole virus thing is taking its toll on a lot of different products, including Final Cut Pro. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If there's any updates to NAB that I find out about, I'll come back on here live. FCP Radio TV Live. My name's Richard Taylor. If you get a chance, stop over there at FCPRadio.com and listen to the latest episode of Final Cut Pro Radio. Thank you for that.
It is pure Final Cut XML.
When are you going to have Final Cut Pro 7 export?
We're going to get it out when it's done.
That's Terry and Chris from LumaFusion on the latest episode of Final Cut Pro Radio, episode 101. We have been broadcasting podcast for 15 years at this point. That's how long, not with just Final Cut Pro Radio. I have two main podcasts. Final Cut Pro Radio is the one that I'm most active with right now. So any information I find out about NAB, I will come back on here live and we'll talk about it. So anybody else, if you got anything else to say, I'm going to head out of here. I got some work to do today. I will be seeing everybody here on FCPRadio TV Live and on social media. Just go everywhere on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, even Instagram, Richard Taylor TV. That's where you can follow along. I'll talk to everybody later. If there's any breaking news, I will come back. My name is Richard Taylor. Talk to you later.